So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna take a quick look at our newest sniper rifle that was just released with the Lua spray update, the Perigale. So first things first, how do you get your hands on this spicy sniperino? Well, all the bits and bobs you need for it drop from the Warframe and Circulus conjunction survivals that have been added to Lua. The stock barrel and receiver drop on rotation B, and the blueprint drops on rotation A. But that's not the only way to get it. You can also head over to Yonta in Chrysolith on Zariman and buy the stuff there with Luathrax Plasm, with the blueprint costing 100 and the stock receiver and barrel costing 50 each. Don't go too ham on spending the Luathrax Plasm though, because you will also need 50 to build the weapon. The Perigale is a Mastery Rank 8 burst sniper rifle that fires 4 rounds with every burst, and each bullet does 172 damage, with 96.3 out of that being puncture, 55 being slash, and 20.6 being impact. It comes with pretty solid crit chance of 28%, a very nice 2.6 times crit multiplier, and a solid enough 16% status chance, and it has a 12-round magazine with 24 spare rounds, which is actually pretty bad since you are firing 4 rounds with every burst, so you have 3 bursts in the magazine, and then you're carrying enough spare ammo for 6 extra bursts. And on top of all of that, the weapon also has a 3-second reload. The Perigale comes with 2 zoom levels, a 2x zoom that gives you 20% crit damage and a 4x zoom that gives you 40% crit damage, which is very nice. And to offset the ammo issue a little bit, it has an awesome unique mechanic that has a terrible trigger condition. Let me explain. This weapon comes with a Gale Force buff that gives you 100% ammo efficiency for 4 seconds, meaning you have infinite ammo while you have this buff. The problem is that it triggers upon landing 4 consecutive headshots. I will explain why this is a big problem later on. For now, let's just check out the build, which is a pretty straightforward Hunter Munitions vital setup. So we're gonna run Serration for damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Crit Delay for a bunch of extra crit chance, and the negative fire rate here isn't all that noticeable. Then we have Vital Sense for crit damage, Hunter Munitions for slash procs on crits, Primed Fast Hands to bring down the reload time, and then Rhyme Rounds and Malignant Force for vital and status. Now, even with us using Primed Fast Hands in one of the slots, which you can by the way replace with a Bane mod if you want some extra sweaty damage, this thing does some of the best damage in the game. Like, especially if you start building up your sniper combo. And that's the problem. You see, it's fairly rare for anything to actually survive 4 headshots from this thing. So if you take it into a normal mission, you will kill about 9 enemies before you're out of ammo. I had to format the weapon again to put a dash into the Exile slot so that I can run an unranked ammo mutation there and then run it with Varuna, because it's our signature weapon, so she gets double ammo reserve, just to finish and exterminate with it. Now, while ammo mutation does help with this issue in general, it's simply not enough. You're most likely going to need a dispensary even if you take the weapon into Steel Path. Because even in Steel Path, the small enemies are just not beefy enough to survive 4 consecutive headshots. And no headshots means no buff, and no buff means no ammo. So while I can absolutely see this weapon being a monster in the hands of someone that's a good shot and does high enough level content for the unique mechanic to work, it's damn near unusable for the majority of content. Because not only do you have to be a good shot to land those headshots, and the enemies have to, have a head for you to shoot, which isn't always the case in Warframe, they also need to be tanky enough to survive 4 hits in the head before you get the buff. So yeah, I honestly can't recommend this to most people, as it is damn near unusable in a lot of the content that we have in the game, but if you think you can make it work, definitely try it out. Because it is a really strong weapon, so if you can make it work, it's gonna be worth it. For me, however, this weapon is a big no. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.